Guys, what the fuck is up? And welcome back to No Bleeps. It's Spilly, and we are in freaking 2021, and I honestly can't believe it. And mostly I can't believe how many people thought that like changing the number of the year was going to somehow erase COVID from all of our lives. Like, I get the positive attitude, and I'm really here for how New Year's makes it feel like everything is like going to be better, and the positive energy and trying to make new goals and all this stuff. Like, I'm totally here for that. But the people that decided that they were going to party as if 2021 was going to eliminate COVID altogether, like, those are the people that I'm looking at. Like, you guys have some serious issues. I mean, the amount of influencers that went out, flew somewhere just to party is out of control, and it's insane. I mean, I covered it on my channel, but it's literally on New Year's, Tana Mojo, Jake Paul, FaZe Banks, Nikita Dragon, they all flew down to Miami to party with a bunch of people. Like, there were videos of them with, I mean, 20, 30 plus people on party boats partying. There's a video of Nikita standing in an elevator, like at a hotel with no mask on, and the elevator is packed to the brim. And it's like, girl, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Like, seriously, I'm over here at home eating some snacks, watching Ryan Seacrest on my TV, and I was like looking at J-Lo performing her performance. And these people are out here acting like we are not in a pandemic. Like, I just remember every single year watching the Ryan Seacrest, Dick Clark production, okay, watching the ball drop and seeing all these performances, the big crowd in New York City. It's a thing. It's a feeling. And, you know, this year we weren't going to get that. And I was like, not going to be upset about it, because it just kind of is what it is, and we're trying to be safe and all of this stuff. I'm not going to get my nostalgic little Ryan Seacrest. I mean, I did, but it was virtual and social distance, and there wasn't a crowd. So you know what I did? I freaking watched the movie New Year's Eve, and it was perfect. It was great. And I just don't understand how other people can't make those little compromises in their life. Like, if you can't go out and party, I don't know, just sit at home and Zoom your friends. I know it's not the same, but it's you knowing at the end of the day that you and your friends and your family are going to be safe. That should be enough for you to want to stay home. But the thing that this entire pandemic has really taught me and a lot of people is that there's a lot of people out there that don't give a fuck about issues that affect other people until it affects them. And I just feel like that is like the basis of a lot of issues that are going on in our world. Like, that is literally just it. And it's not that I'm just realizing, but it's just becoming way, way more clear the amount of people that don't care about other issues that affect other people, because until they witness it firsthand, they do not understand. Like, it literally does not click, which is so crazy to me. Like, I hear on the news that people are losing their loved ones, and to me, I'm like, oh, holy shit. Like, no, I do not want to experience that. I feel so bad. Everyone needs to stay home for the good of everyone. But no, people see that and they're like, it's not my family. Like, sucks for you. Like, I'm going to go out till I get sick, and I'm probably going to be good. Like, the odds are in my favor because I'm young. Like, what? Who the fuck thinks like that? That mentality, I cannot. It applies to way more stuff, because I don't know if you guys watch The View, but I watch The View sometimes, even though it's really frustrating because Meghan McCain really gets on my nerves sometimes. And this was one of the times where I was pretty frustrated, and I watch it on YouTube, and a lot of people in the comments were also really upset because she just had a baby. And she comes on the show, she's like, New Year, I'm back, like, just came back from maternity leave. And she literally was like, you guys, like, I never realized how important paid maternity leave was, and now I finally realize, and I just really think we need to be doing more to support paid maternity leave. I think everyone should be getting it. And I was like, sis, the fact that she, like, wasn't down for women getting paid maternity leave across the board until she had a kid of her own. Like, I'm glad she's realizing it now. I'm glad she's realizing it's hard and difficult and that women need time off to heal and, process what the fuck just happened to their bodies and care for a human being in the process of trying to heal. I'm glad that she has finally realized that it's hard and that some women do not have the luxury of like friends and family helping them or the luxury of having money to really get the care that they need. Like, I'm glad that she's had her eyes opened, but it's like, people do not realize how bad things are for other people or care about issues that do not affect them. No matter how many times people have been like, we need paid maternity leave. And a lot of people are just like, okay, like, why? This is something natural. Women have been doing it for so many years. But until you go through it yourself, some people just aren't going to fucking understand. And that is so fucking frustrating to me. I'm like, oh my God. Like, wow. I don't know. That I could go on for days about that shit because... some people do not have the luxury of sitting back and being like, haha, that's on you. I have this, I can do that, and you can't, until they can't. And then they're like, oh shit, we need more assistance. We need more money. We need this, we need that. And it's like, so do other people. And suddenly you're only willing to give it to them now that you needed to. Same with this freaking $600 stimulus. Like, I'm really not trying to get political or anything. I'm literally just trying to paint the picture of how people really do not care about other people unless they personally need it to. Like, these people that are getting on stage and being like, $600 is enough for people. I would like to see you make it work. I would like to see you show the example then. Let us see how $600 could last you and your family throughout the next couple of months. Like, show me, prove it to me. I want to see you try to do it. Since all the people that are talking are very comfortable and very well taken care of, like, the people making the decisions right now, $600, I can't. We need to move on because this is some shit right here. And I'm trying to get political, but I think everyone can agree that as a human being, that $600 is not enough to sustain a whole family. My goodness. So, anyways, you guys, back to the social media aspect of the podcast, the influencer topics, because I went on like a little rant there. I want to give you guys my 2021 predictions for the year. And this is like across the board, like things that I think are going to be drama or things that I just think are going to happen during this year. And honestly, some of the things I feel like are being hinted or have been hinted, but pretty much what I think is going to happen is I think that James Charles is going to release his makeup line. I really do think he's going to be releasing some sort of collection on his own, not with Morphe. I think he's really actually going to be doing it this year because he keeps saying like he has secret projects coming up and he keeps hinting that he's coming out with something of his own that isn't like Sisters Apparel, that is, a line of his own. And I think this is his year. I really do. I think last year was the year for him to redeem himself after Dramageddon and really move on from the dramatic Jeffree and Shane and Tati shit that happened. And this is his year to truly like thrive even more. But the issue is like he is getting himself into a lot more trouble because of the way that he has not been caring about this pandemic. A lot of people are really upset with him because he has been collabing with people. People are like, you do not need to be collabing with anybody who does not live with you. And they're just getting really fed up with the fact that he keeps collabing with a bunch of people. And he went to Hawaii and people were really upset about that. So that is not working in his favor. But in terms of business wise, I really do think that James is going to be coming out with a line of his own and definitely moving far away from at least the Jeffree Shane Tati drama that was 2 years ago, which is insane to think that that was 2 fucking years ago. And the next thing is that I think that Shane is definitely going to be coming back. I just feel it coming. I don't know when this year. I feel like it's honestly going to be soon. because of the fact that he is very active on Instagram again. He's always posting stories on Instagram. He's always talking about Jeffree. He's always talking about Trisha. And I feel like he's going to come back and solely make videos with Jeffree and Trisha. Not them together, because Jeffree and Trisha are not friends anymore. But I really do believe he is going to be filming with Jeffree. Do I think this is a good move for him? Absolutely not. The two of them together are drama. People are angry at both of them individually, so put them together, and that's not a good way to come back. People don't want Shane to come back at all. People don't even want Jeffree to be posting right now. But them deciding to stick together and film together is like them asking for people to just keep coming at them, honestly. You know, Jeffree hasn't really addressed anything that has come out about his past, paying off people hush money, all that stuff. He hasn't touched on it. And so people are over here just like, how could you hang out with him, Shane? Like, how could you hang out with Jeffree? He's done da 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 da. And then Jeffree is gonna be like, pretending like he's all fine, living his life in the middle of nowhere. And people are gonna be like, how are you so close to Shane? Like, da 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 da. I don't know. I just feel like the two of them together making videos again, making a series, is just gonna be very problematic. They're going to get a whole lot of noise, and I don't even know what kind of content Shane could even come back and start freaking making. Like, is he going to make a series? What the fuck is he going to make a series on? He's already got some about Jeffree, and it didn't end very well. Like, I mean, he can't be a beauty guru because he kind of cut himself off from that lifestyle, and I mean, what is he going to be like? Let me review James Charles' makeup line. Whoop! After I destroyed the first one, because apparently, I know this is like according to, I believe, Tati's video, and just like a couple other things that happened during Dramageddon afterwards, like the explanation of why things occurred. It sounded like back in 2019, James Charles was going to release his own makeup line with Morphe, like his whole collection, not just the palette, a whole collection. And then all of the drama really halted that. And so it seems like, you know, Jeffree and Shane and Tati like really messed up that opportunity for James, and then he didn't do it last year. I don't think he wanted to do it with Morphe anymore, because honestly, I wouldn't want to work with someone that also worked with the person that hated me the most. It just seems shady, especially when there's rumors that Jeffree like owns a part of Morphe or is an investor in Morphe. Like, with those things flying around, I would not trust Morphe. So I don't blame James for waiting it out until he could do his own thing. And maybe he had to wait for like a contract to end with Morphe in order for him to be able to do it on his own. But I really do feel like this year is going to be his year. But with the rise of Shane and Jeffree coming back as a dynamic duo, I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. I mean, maybe Shane will just vlog. Like, just vlog him, Morgan, and Ryland. And I think he's getting married, so maybe he's going to come back and pull on the heartstrings. You guys, you know what? I really could see it. I could so see this. Shane coming back with a video of him and Ryland getting married. Limit the comments, and it's just like all positivity of the two of them pulling on the heartstrings, getting people to cry, feeling all emotional. Like, because what better way to get people to love you again than to make people cry with a wedding? Holy shit. You guys, I really do see this. I just really thought about this too. Wow. That would be something. I want to know what the fuck you guys think about that, because if he did that, that would be so like manipulative. It would be so manipulative, but people would buy it. People would buy into it, and they would be like, oh my god, I'm so here for you guys. Like, I want to see you guys vlog. Please make vlogs together. Like, be a little family channel now. Like, oh my god. That is how you create a demand after you've been canceled. Get married, be like very wholesome and family like. Now, wow. That's what he's gonna fucking do. That's what he's fucking gonna watch. He's gonna do it, and then people are gonna be like, oh my god, you're Morgan. Spill Sesh is Morgan, and Morgan said that this was gonna happen. Like, you guys, I'm not Morgan. I would not be talking shit about my brother-in-law. Oh my god. So anyways, people still to this day are like, "You're Morgan, we know you're Morgan," or people ask me if I'm a company, and I'm like, you need to listen to my podcast because I'm clearly just like one girl giving my opinions, and I talk about my family, I talk about my boyfriend, so I'm definitely not a fucking company. I wish, because then these episodes like of my podcast would be uploaded to my YouTube channel like way more on time and on schedule, because sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, I have to put that on my channel, because my main channel, I'm like, okay, this is the hustle. Like, I'm on a schedule, okay? Like, I know this day I need to upload, I need this day. I'm writing stuff down. It's very organized. But when it comes to the podcast YouTube channel, I'm like, oh my God, like a little panicked. Like, sometimes I'm like, I need to make the thumbnail. I need to make the thumbnail. But anyways, people will think what they want, honestly. Now, the next thing that I really think is going to happen is that more OG YouTubers are going to be leaving the platform. Like, this year, so many OGs have decided to leave the platform. Like, Jenna Marbles left, Tyler Oakley is taking a break, Laura DIY is taking a break, Alex Wasabi was like, I'm taking this break and leaving the platform. Now, not all of them are leaving forever, but it's definitely like, when you take a break on YouTube, like, you're taking a break. Like, you're probably going into retirement, because consistency is key. No matter how many subscribers you have, like, the more that you post and the more consistent that you post, the more YouTube is going to promote your channel and give you views. So if I stop posting for like a week or maybe even 2, it would be like over for me. Like, honestly, I've seen it happen before. It's really fucking scary. And so if they're going to take months off at a time, it's definitely not going to be the same when they come back, at least like not for like a while, a good chunk of while. And I think they know that, and that's why they're making these videos. It's pretty much like a goodbye, because it's not going to be the same when they come back. Now, I love Laura DIY. I think she's still going to be doing like her vlog channel maybe, but like the main channel videos, I think she's just not doing them. But she has a podcast, so I know people won't miss her too much, because the new side of her is like very adult and really killing it on her podcast with her boyfriend. So for her to take this break, I definitely think it's good, because she's been trying to revamp her channel from like kids to adults, and her podcast has really helped her do that. And so I think this break, she's going to figure out what she's going to do next. Like, what's the next thing for Laura DIY? And I mean, Alex Wasabi, kind of the same. Like, his channel is like very more towards kids, and I think he's been wanting to shift it away from that. And this is definitely going to be the time where he figures out what's next. I mean, yeah, this is pretty much the time. And I think that more YouTuber OGs are going to be leaving. Like, I don't want to say like the Kian and JCs of the world, but like O2L was so long ago. It was so long ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them took a break, but they have taken breaks before. I don't know. Everything is just so unpredictable, and it's the beginning of the year, and it's just crazy to think that like I'm gonna listen to this in January. Oh my God, not January. I'm gonna listen to this in December of this year and probably be like, what the fuck? I did not see this, and this coming. The next thing is TikTokers. I think TikTokers are going to literally take over the internet, because last year they took over, and this year they're going to take over even more. I think they're going to be in more movies. They're going to be in more TV shows. They're getting more opportunities than any influencer I have ever seen ever before. Like, YouTubers were not really taken seriously, and TikTokers are being taken seriously. I know that people think they're like a joke, and they're immature, and they're children, and they're lame, and whatever, but they're being taken seriously industry-wise. Like, people care more about how many followers actors and actresses have nowadays than they really do about like some of the talent. And that's not to say that these people aren't talented. I'm just saying, like, now when you go in for an audition or something, the one thing that a lot of people are saying is that they ask you how many followers you have. That's fucking crazy. That's like honestly how a lot of shows like really base how they're going to be successful is if they have a famous person on the show, then their audience is going to want to watch the show. Like, it makes sense. It's why David Dobrik got to host like a shit ton of game shows, because people think like if David is hosting this show, then everybody that watches David is going to be watching him on this show. And especially because he didn't vlog at all this year, that definitely was like more added of a bonus, because people weren't watching his vlogs. They were desperate to see David, so they were going to watch his game shows and such. And I just really feel like people are looking at these TikTokers with millions and millions and millions and millions of followers and being like, we need them. And I think that's why Dixie D'Amelio is going to have incredible, insane collaborations this year. Like, she has gotten so many freaking opportunities that I feel like a ton of YouTube singers would have dreamed of. But now the TikTokers are being taken so seriously, and her family are so massive. They're getting all these deals. Like Wiz Khalifa has a song with her. Liam Payne. What? What? Dixie's like, what? She's like maybe 3-4 years younger than me. I don't really know. What, she's like 19, 20? I don't know. But if you would have told me that I would have a song with someone from One Direction or fucking Wiz Khalifa, I would literally shit myself. Like, what? What? The opportunities she's getting are really crazy. And the family as a whole, they're getting a Hulu show. The opportunities TikTokers are getting are amazing, and good for them. I hope that other creators can also be taken just as seriously, and that other influencers can get those opportunities. But I definitely can see that TikTokers especially are going to thrive in 2021. I don't know how long this app is going to last. Like, maybe it's here to stick around forever, but maybe it blows up like Vine. But I really do think this is the year that it's really gonna thrive, because last year was like a bunch of people trying to hop on the train, a bunch of people being like, oh, we're in a pandemic, like, I guess I'm gonna download it. And this year I think people are really gonna be into it, because that was like me last year. I was like, oh, we're in a pandemic, like I really don't want to download this app. And then I kind of had to, because I needed it for videos, and it was just way easier for me to have the app on my phone than to use like a browser to see these TikToks. But I think a lot more people are going to be into it. But honestly, those are kind of like my only predictions for this year. James coming out with Makeup Line, Shane coming back, the way he's going to come back, more creators leaving, TikTokers thriving. That's like all I really see coming. I do think that someone unexpected is going to be getting into a scandal. I don't know who. I just feel like every single year there's always a YouTuber that gets into a scandal that we're like, what the fuck? I like did not see that coming. This person is so unproblematic. But there was a lot of that last year, and I think the same is going to happen this year, because you just never freaking know. And a lot of YouTubers are going to be like buying houses. A lot of them will be moving, being very adult, and vlogging the whole journey. I really see future of vlogging. Those are all the videos that I watch. So maybe you guys are looking at something different. Anyways, those are my predictions, and I definitely want to talk about some other things that you guys have been asking me to talk about, since it's 2021, new year, new shows, right? Well, I finished the show that I was watching on Hulu. I finished it last night, the show called A Teacher, and literally the last episode, when it was over, I did not think that it was actually over. I was like, okay, wait, but like what happened? What? Oh my God. And then I had to look it up, and I was like, it really is over, damn. And I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. I think the show, if you guys don't know, A Teacher on Hulu, it's really fucking good. A lot of people were worried it was going to be like 13 Reasons Why and how they glorified the situation, okay, of what happened to Hannah. That's not what happens in A Teacher. But in A Teacher, it's about a teacher and a student, and he falls in love with her, and she definitely is like taking advantage of him and grooms him, and it's really sick. But it really takes you through why it is so bad, because there are shows like Pretty Little Liars that when you watch that show, you're like, oh my God, Arya and Ezra, I want them to be together, like that's so hot. No, we'll cut the bullshit. That's fucking disgusting. An adult teacher should not be with a student, and this is fucking why. This is literally fucking why. The show literally shows you the emotional, like fucked up mental shit that happens to you when that shit happens. Like as a child, like he was 17, turned 18 while they were together, but the shit that he went through mentally was not okay. It was not okay. Like her trying to make it on him, make it his fault when she's the adult in the situation, using her power against him. Like, I think they did a really great job of showing what the fuck had happened, seriously, and why this is illegal. Like, her ass went to jail. Her ass was suffering. She became a sex offender. She could never get a job. And she was trying to make it about her. Like, what was me? Look at what I did. I can't do this. I can't do that. And he's like, I'm fucked up. Like, forever. So, if I have to live with it, like, so do you. I just think they did a good job of showing how bad it is and not trying to glorify it at all. Not trying to put it Pretty Little Liars it. They really, really, really showed why it is so fucked up. And I really appreciated that. And everyone told me on Twitter that I need to watch Bridgerton. So I started watching it. And the first thing I heard about the show was that everyone was like, oh my God, the sex scenes are so hot. You guys, I like literally haven't seen a sex scene. Like I have, but I haven't. Like there was like I'm on episode 3, halfway through episode 3, because I started to fall asleep last night because I was watching it very late at night. But not because it was bad, because it was really good. Towards the end of the first episode, I was like, am I into it? And then I was like, oh, I am into it. At the end there, I was like, I like this. I'm about the storyline. And I was ready to fight someone on the show. So if you guys are watching the show, you guys know who I wanted to fucking fight. That nasty ass old man. Anyways, I'm hooked now at this point. But where are the sex scenes? Like the brother was with the opera singer, and every time they have sex, it's like 1 second, and then they just like flash to them like in bed together, like with the sheets over them, and I'm like, okay, like, are you guys like seeing what I'm seeing? Because like you guys are describing it as like they're really having sex, and I haven't gotten there yet. So maybe it's in the future episodes. There's only like 8 or so though, so for everyone to be like the sex scenes are too much, I haven't seen any yet, so I'm excited. Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts on the show so far. I'm very into the storyline, and I'm excited to see what the fuck happens and who ends up with who. It's the best thing that someone said to me was it is like Gossip Girl, but back in the day. And it is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. The last thing that I want to talk about is sort of like a questions and answers, because a lot of people have been asking everybody like, what is your goals? What are your 2021 goals? New year, new me, right? Honestly, I do think that setting resolutions and like goals for yourself throughout the year are very good, because it really just, you're manifesting things. And I feel like when you put it out into the universe, things do try to like work out in your favor sometimes. Okay, like, you know, let's be realistic. But I have been trying to do Lauren Giraldo's 12-3-30, and I feel like I want to do like a whole episode telling you guys about my experience doing 12-3-30, because holy shit. I've been trying to do 12-3-30 almost every day, at least like every other day. If like I have something, then I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'll just do it the next day. And then the next is, I really want to try to make my videos be the best that they honestly can be. And I really want to work on doing my best, just because sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are they good enough? Like, are the graphics good enough? Like, do I need to like change things? Do I need to rebrand all this stuff? Yada, yada, yada. Like, and then I watched my videos and I'm like, you know what? Like, I am pretty proud of them. But I do think that I'm going to like change some graphics like throughout the year. Someone gave me some advice. They were like, oh, maybe you should do like a seasonal intro, like winter, spring, summer, fall. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cute. Like, that's really fucking cute. So I might maybe do that. But I definitely think making my videos the best that they can be, and like revamping every now and again to make them fun and fresh and new will be really good. And then I want to grow this podcast. I really want this channel to like hit 100,000 subs. Like, that would be fucking awesome. I want to grow this and interview people maybe on the podcast. That would be so cool. And like, as far as my channel, I'd love to grow it. 1 million subscribers would be like insane. I literally would cry. I mean, those are just like the goals that I've set, you know, maybe not this year, but like in general, like in the career span. Like, I would love that. So I would like to hit some of those goals or get close to these goals, but that's just going to be something that I'm working towards. Keep me motivated to just make everything like so amazing for you guys, because I love you guys so much and you guys are the world to me, everything. And I just want everything to be amazing and special and entertaining and great for you guys, because you guys mean so much to me and I want to give you guys the best. So that's pretty much what I'm working on in 2021. And I definitely want to know, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can leave in the comments down below what you guys are working on in 2021, your resolutions for yourself, shows you're watching, predictions that you guys have. I would just freaking love to hear all of it, because you guys mean absolutely everything to me. And so if you guys are not listening on YouTube, then I hope you guys have an amazing 2021. Like, I wish you guys all the best. And if you guys didn't know, I do have a YouTube channel where I post the episodes that go out on all the streaming platforms. I just posted on my YouTube channel a little later. There's a comment section, so I love to read those. I get to see what you guys think about it, because when you guys listen on the streaming platform, there's not really a comment section unless you guys leave me a review, which is very nice. But yes, I just want to let you guys know about that. And I definitely am looking forward to this 2021 with you guys. And I'm so excited for us. So I love you guys so much. And I will be talking to you guys next week in next week's episode. Bye, guys.